From their latest release, The Devil You Know, that of course is LA Guns with Stay Away. Stay away, you old man. Stay away from me.
We're not going any further without you pulling back up Dan Barkin.
Okay.
And we have to go through that song now.
Well, that song was definitely what I call it. It sounded kind of like almost like a poor John Mellencamp.
No, it sounded like shit. Let's be real here. Let me. I looked up the email after.
Yes.
Because I wasn't paying that much attention, to be honest.
Okay.
The exact thing that he said is Dan Barkin songs are magical, classic, metal, thrash, alt indie, and hooky and catchy.
Right.
That song was none of that.
I agree.
None of that. Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Before you play me some Dan Barkin, play me, I don't care what song. In fact, I'm going to give you a plethora of bands.
Okay.
Slayer, Exodus, Overkill, Anthrax, Havoc. Pick any one of those bands.
Okay.
Pick any song, anywhere, and just drop the needle down here and let me hear some.
Any one of those bands?
Any one of those, so that I can find the metal and the thrashy.
Okay.
I would like to compare what I consider metal and thrashy to what Dan Barkin is considering metal and thrashy.
All right. We can do that.
Any song, doesn't matter.
All right. Hang on a minute. All right, here we go. That enough?
Now let it go till it kicks in.
All right.
Let it go till it kicks in. Okay.
That never gets old.
Lighter side of Slayer. Fair. To be fair, that is one of Slayer's softer songs.
Mm-hmm.
But I would still consider that metal and thrashy. Yes?
Very much.
Okay. Now give me a little of Dan Barkin. Or Barkin, or whatever his name is.
The leader of the group
That song is a lot of things. Metal and thrashy, it is not.
I agree. It's more like Dire Straits meets John Mellencamp or something.
I'm going to give you the song that it reminds me the most of, and then you play the one that you think it most reminds you of.
All right.
I go with My Sharona.
True.
Give me some My Sharona. Let's play these back to back.
All right. Here we go.
All right.
All right.
People are saying, and I agree with them in the chat room, maybe try this one. The Romantics, What I Like About You.
Oh, What I Like About You.
Maybe that's a little closer.
Well, let me play what my thoughts are.
All right, go ahead. It would sound like that if Mellencamp showed up really drunk for his performance, because the singer sounds like Elvis Costello or a homeless drunk.
Yeah, I would agree. I was actually going to go with Elvis Costello next, but here we go. They all got that. They all got that same rhythmic, chorus to their music.
Yeah. What in the fuck did Dan Barkin think he was doing? Sending that to us and saying that it was metal and thrashy.
I don't know the answer. I didn't even listen to it. I just took his word for it. It's like, okay, well, we'll let our critics be the best judge.
Critic number one would be me on this show, and that song is a bag of shit. That song is terrible. Yeah. Never to be heard from again.
Right.
Dan, back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
Tim James wouldn't hire you to play his guitar.
You couldn't even carry his guitar to his car.
Yeah. He wouldn't let his man-covered shit dick fucking be wiped by you. It's fucking terrible.
Well, he gave it a try.
Well, try again.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, good point, Tex. Trash, not thrash.
Right.
Maybe just misspelled it. It really is. Oh, dude. But in any genre, is that a good song?
No, not at all. It's a local bar band just doing some originals.
Yeah. Dude, please. You really should be positive that your song is really, really good before you send it to us, because we'll kill it. That's a message to all bands. And you know what? I'm not going to beat on this song and actually tear the lyrics down, although I want to. I'm not going to. I'm going to send this one out as just a lesser message to Dan and every other band that sends us music. If you can't compare it to the best band that you're throwing in the comparison in your bio, then do not send it. because we will absolutely fucking smash it. You wanted to say thrashy and metal? Well, that's going to put you in the Slayer, Metallica, Megadeth, Exodus, Testament range. And, sir, you're not that. Go back to whatever douche bar that you fucking listened to Elvis Costello or Lou Reed in and try again. 'Cause that was shit.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you're on the air. Smash or thrash or trash?
Smash!
Kind of reminds me of the movie Airheads.
Yeah. Garbage.
The Lone Rangers.
Yeah, the Lone Rangers. The Lone Rangers were better than Dan Barkin.
Yeah.
Dude, is it Gene Simmons' Asshole or Dan Barkin?
I'd have to listen to Gene Simmons' Asshole.
Smoke This or Dan Barkin?
I'd have to listen to Smoke This.
You Know You Want It. Give me that one back to back. You Know You Want It or Dan Barkin. Let's see which we can take.
All right. Some Bret Michaels action.
Yeah.
You Know You Want It.
Know You Want It.
All right. Some Bret. Hail and kill caller. You're on the air. It's got a bad connection.
Yep, bad connection. Try again.
Yep. Let's see here. Bret Michaels. Here we go.
All right.
Let me see. It's going to have to go back to this way. Bret Michaels.
You Know You Want It.
Yep.
Should have that one immediately on standby. It should be bookmarked.
Here we go. I got it. Check, check. 1, 2. 1, 2. Check, check.
Check. 1, 2. 1, 2. Are you ready for this?
Are you ready for this, Chris?
You know you want it. You know you want it. You know you get it, so you got it, so you flaunt it. Back up on it. You know you want it. You know you want it. You know you get it, so you got it, so you flaunt it. Back up on it.
So there you go. There you go. Some Bret Michaels.
I'll take that one. I'd listen to that Bret Michaels 10 times before that Dan Barkin one more time.
There you go. Hail and kill caller. You're on the air.
Is my phone working better this time?
Your phone is working better this time.
This is Pope, man. Listen, you ever see those animal films where like a little rabbit or something is running out and all of a sudden you see these two vicious fucking tigers and you know what's going to happen?
Yeah, it's like a cheetah chasing down an antelope.
I feel like Dan Barkin's the antelope. And, and you animals have attacked. And it's beautiful.
I don't think we're attacking him hard enough.
Listen, Dan probably went home tonight. He was like, listen, man, I reached out to this guy, the Classic Metal Show. We got a shot, boys. We got a shot. They're all huddled around the freaking internet. Then his ROCK in the USA crap plays. And the two fucking cheetahs pounced.
I'm gonna tell you where these bands all make their mistake. The ones that are lousy, the bands that are lousy, they're used to their music not getting played at all, because most stations, most shows, if a song stinks, if they receive a song and it stinks, they just won't play it on the air. They just will not play it. The difference with us, we don't ever listen to it ahead of time. You want to be bold enough to come on the show knowing what we do or not knowing what we do? A, it's your fault if you don't know what we do. B, if you do know what we do, then you know what's coming if it stinks. And if that guy, Dan Barkin, and I don't know Dan, I'm sure he's a nice guy, or I'm not even sure of that. He might be a cunt. I don't know. But what I do know is that Dan, as a musician, as a guy that claims to be in the music business, should be able to listen to that and go, nah, that's not ready for mass airplay. Fair?
Hey, that's fair.
I'm not telling him to stop playing music. I'm telling him, listen to your own work. Listen to it against what you're saying in your emails that you're comparing it to. And if it doesn't stand up, then keep it to yourself. Take it back to the studio and say, guys, this sucks. Let's do it again. Let's scrap this one. Let's write another one.
See, I like when you two wild animals, I hope you don't mind me referring to you two that way. I like when you two maul things over. You take something and you maul it over together. That's what's happening a lot tonight. That's just my favorite thing, especially music.
Well, Pope, the only reason we can do that is because we're old. We got a life worth of experience behind us, and we're old. We've been there, we've done that, we've seen it, we've heard it. It's the only reason we can do that. Somebody who's 25 or 30 years younger than us, maybe not so much.
See, I wish Dan knew, though. I wish that I could give people the disclaimer, because it's a lot of shit, the CMS. Like when I call in, I'm always afraid to look down at the chat room, because they could be in there just fucking tearing you to shreds. You two guys could turn, like some of the times with Tim, if it's a bad call, you two will let somebody know, hey, this call sucks. It's a lot of pressure.
Why wouldn't we? What should we do? Sit there and placate them? Oh, that's a great point, Tim. You're right. Nickelback is great, Tim. You're absolutely correct, Tim. Come on.
Well, some of us are, a little weaker. We can't handle the man up situations all the time.
But I have a solution to that. Trunk Nation every day, 4:00. Eddie will gladly take your call where you say, hey, is Tesla still making music? Eddie's ready for that call.
I've always wanted to ask you this, Chris, and I know Neely's going to get pissed because we're going off topic a little. But if someone offered you more than, let's say, double than what you make per year, but it would put you back, only 40 hours a week, but it would put you back into the world of having to go to a brick-and-mortar business every day and sit at a desk, even if it was doing the same thing you do now, would you take it?
Nope. I've had it happen.
Wow.
I got offered a job, real local, for a little over $200,000 to go and be a director, a CIO. Or not a CIO, but a director. But and it was $200,000. That was roughly 40 hours a week. But I had no interest in. I had no interest in cutting my hair. I have no interest in going back to a shirt and tie. I have no interest in dealing with fucking people. I make enough, and if I want to make more, I work harder. That's the beauty of my life. If I get to a point where I need more money, I just go make it. It's not even hard. I've built, and Neely knows this because Neely knows a lot more about the ins and outs of what I do. I can make money pretty much at anything if I just put my mind to it and dedicate my time to it. And I do that. Whenever I get low on funds, I just fucking work a little harder, and then I make more money. Going into a stable job like that for me, and I'm going to state before I say this, that this is in no way slamming anybody that works, because I totally respect everybody that works. But works a job. Goes out and works for somebody. But for me personally, to know that all I have to do is fucking show up and I'm going to get paid, I'm not going to work very hard. I'm not there's no incentive to me. Every job I'll talk about. I had a job working at a phone company, and at the time it was the biggest job that I'd ever had. I took a huge pay raise. I went from $54,000 a year to $85,000 a year. It was a giant pay raise for me at the time. At the time, it was the most money I'd ever made. It was the most money I'd ever seen. You know, my take home was almost double what I had been doing before. And it was great. Believe me, that first check that I brought home, oh my God, it was take the wife out for dinner and fuck till the morning night, because it was such a fucking exhilarating feeling to get this huge fucking check. And you know what? By week 2, I hated it, because the money stopped being important again. And then it was back to gotta take orders, gotta take marching orders from this dummy. Gotta play this game. Can't say this in the office. Can't act like this in the office. Can't swear. Can't do this. Can't do that. Don't tell that person that they're an asshole. Tell them that you think that they could improve. And yeah, no, I can't do it. It's not worth it to me. Would I if I was on the verge of being homeless? I would. But other than that, there's no fucking way. No way. No matter how much money was offered. If it was $1 million a year, I wouldn't do it. Fuck that.
Well, thank you for answering my call. I'll get a new phone this week. Fucking no good chat room. They'll fucking rip you to shreds for anything. Pricks. All right. Hail and kill. Fuck you, pal. Hand job and fuck Dan Beer Can. Peace.
Dan Beer Can.
And Beer Can.
Yeah, we got a new character on the show now, Dan Beer Can.
Dan Beer Can. Has he replaced Thayer? Dan Beer Can?
Yeah.
Now, can you imagine me trying to go back to a job now, dude?
No, of course not.
It would be fucking awful. It would really suck. No thanks.